If you're a real Warriors fan living in the US, this video is for you. From coast to coast, America is buzzing after last night's game. Steph Curry just reminded the whole country why he runs the West. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We've got some huge breaking Golden State Warriors news that's going to shock a lot of fans, because while everyone's been locked in on the superstar trade rumors with names like Kevin Durant, Giannis, and Jimmy Butler, the Warriors have quietly made a move that could shape the future of the team. Yes, you heard it right, the Warriors have just signed Australian forward Alex Toohey on a two-way deal for the 2025 season. This is a surprising but really smart move that's already generating a lot of buzz around the league. Let's break this down in detail, because there's a lot more to this signing than what meets the eye. So first things first, who is Alex Toohey? If you've been following international basketball or the Australian NBL Next Stars program, you've probably heard his name before. Toohey is a 19-year-old, 6'8" forward who's been turning heads with his combination of size, athleticism, and versatility. He was one of the standout young prospects coming out of Australia, and while he went undrafted in the 2025 NBA draft, the Warriors clearly saw something in him that they believe can fit into their system. He's got the kind of raw talent and two-way potential that the Warriors love to develop, especially under Steve Kerr's coaching and within the system that maximizes players who know how to move, cut, defend, and play unselfish basketball. Now let's be real, when most fans hear two-way contract, they immediately think it's just a minor signing. But don't sleep on this deal. The Warriors have a history of finding hidden gems and developing them into real contributors. Look at how guys like Jordan Poole, Gary Payton II, and even Jonathan Kuminga started. They weren't handed stardom, they had to earn it. And that's exactly the position Alex Toohey is walking into. Toohey isn't just some random flyer either. He's already proven himself against professionals back in the NBL. For those who don't know, the NBL has become one of the best leagues outside the NBA, with players like LaMelo Ball, Josh Giddey, and Ousmane Dieng all making the jump from Australia to the NBA in recent years. Toohey was right in the middle of that competitive environment, and the Warriors clearly believe that experience is going to help him adjust faster than a typical rookie. One of the things that stands out about Toohey is his basketball IQ. He's not the type of guy who's going to come in and just chuck shots or try to force highlights. He plays within the system, makes smart decisions, and has shown flashes of being an excellent defender on the wing. For a Warriors team that has been desperately searching for length, defense, and versatility on the perimeter, this signing makes a ton of sense. Think about it, they've struggled at times when they go small, especially against longer, more athletic teams. Toohey might not fix that problem overnight, but he gives them another young body with the tools to grow into exactly what they've been missing. And let's not ignore the timing of this move. The Warriors are entering a critical season. With Stephen Curry getting older, Draymond Green dealing with age and injuries, and Klay Thompson's future still hanging in the air, the franchise knows they need to start balancing winning now with preparing for the future. Toohey represents a low-risk, high-reward signing. On a two-way deal, the Warriors don't have to commit big money, but if he develops quickly, they can easily convert him into a standard contract and lock him in for the long term. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The Warriors are clearly looking at international talent as a way to reload their roster. Just look at the recent rumors and reports. They've been linked with Kai Sotto multiple times. They've scouted international tournaments heavily, and now they've pulled the trigger on Toohey. It feels like Golden State's front office knows they might not land the next superstar through free agency, so they're trying to find value in places other teams might not be looking. Toohey himself has spoken in the past about wanting to make the NBA his dream destination, and now he gets his shot on one of the biggest stages possible. Imagine being 19 years old and suddenly sharing a locker room with Steph Curry, a four-time NBA champion and one of the greatest to ever play the game. That's an invaluable experience for a young player. And you can bet Curry, Draymond, and the Warriors' veteran culture will push Toohey to work harder than ever. Now, of course, we need to keep expectations realistic. Toohey isn't going to come in and suddenly be a 20-point-per-game scorer. He's raw, he's still learning, and the pace of the NBA is going to take some adjustment. But that's exactly why the two-way deal is perfect. He'll get time in the G League with the Santa Cruz Warriors, where he can play major minutes, work on his game, and build confidence. At the same time, he'll be eligible to come up and play with the main roster, giving Steve Kerr flexibility if injuries hit or if Toohey shows he's ready earlier than expected. So how could Toohey fit into the Warriors' rotation? Well, if he proves himself defensively, that's his ticket to playing time. The Warriors have always valued guys who can switch, defend multiple positions, and move without the ball. Think about how Kerr used Andre Iguodala, Sean Livingston, and even role players like Juan Toscano Anderson in the past. Toohey doesn't have to be a star if he can be reliable defensively, knock down the occasional open three, and play smart basketball. He'll carve out a spot. Fans in Australia are already buzzing about this signing, because Toohey was seen as one of the country's next big hopes after Josh Giddey. Having him land in Golden State is huge for international basketball exposure too, and you can bet Warriors games are going to get even more attention down under now. And here's something else to think about. The Warriors front office might have found a way to connect more deeply with the global market by bringing in players like Toohey. We've seen how the NBA is exploding internationally, with stars from Europe, Africa, and now Oceania making huge impacts. By being one of the first teams to invest in Toohey, Golden State is signaling they're not just about chasing big-name free agents, they're also looking to develop the next generation of global talent. This move could also have ripple effects for the Warriors' other roster decisions. Signing Toohey gives them more flexibility as they try to balance their roster. Maybe they trade a veteran wing, maybe they decide to go younger and hungrier. Whatever the case, Toohey is now in the mix and will get every chance to prove himself. At the end of the day, this might not be the blockbuster signing some fans were hoping for, but make no mistake, these are the kinds of moves that quietly shape championship teams. Remember, Golden State's dynasty wasn't built solely on signing stars. It was built on smart scouting, development, and giving opportunities to players who fit their culture. Alex Toohey now joins that tradition, and it's going to be fascinating to see how his journey unfolds. So Warriors fans, what do you think? Is Alex Toohey going to surprise everyone and earn real minutes this season? Or is this more of a long-term project move by the front office? Either way, the Warriors have locked in their 2025 rookie on a two-way deal, and it might just be the start of another hidden gem story in the Bay. If you're hyped about this signing, smash that like button, subscribe for all the latest Warriors updates, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe Toohey could be the next breakout player? Or do the Warriors still need to go after a bigger name to really save Steph Curry's final years? We'll be keeping a close eye on this one, because the Warriors have made their move, and now the spotlight shifts to the rookie from Australia, Alex Toohey.